dark forces are gathering.
Hello, Balthazar.
You've been chosen to stop them. So, let's go train.
Well, that Nicolas Cage wig just keeps getting longer and longer after every movie.
Well, at this point, it's not just a toupee, it's a wig, so I can almost kind of forgive it.
I will say this, I will pay to go see a Nicolas Cage movie just to see his hair.
I know.
But I have to admit though that wig or whatever it was looked fucking fantastic though, because I was really looking at it going, wow, he should stick with this look. I'm like, well, he is a magician or a sorcerer, so he must have used that Rogaine Patronum fucking or something. I was like, wow,
I know.
keep that up.
I'll wait for that. Is he called Harry Potter, who's a specialty in that type of thing?
I know. That fool's going to be Rapunzel in the Disney live-action remake.
You can tell he came from the days of King Arthur because he didn't know that hairstyle is way out of style.
I know.
in the year 2000.
I have to give his hairstylist a better than sex for this movie.
No, his hair very chic with the homeless.
Hey man, if you got as much power as his character has in this film, who gives a shit what people think about your hair, to be fair? And they did kind of establish that, like, fuck you, I blow your ass to smithereens if I accidentally blink too many times.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, in the movie, he plays this ancient sorcerer who comes from I don't know what the first three sorcerers ever.
Well, he was the students to Merlin.
Yeah, he worked with Merlin. And it was him.
Back when the world was young.
In medieval times. Merlin was training like three really kick-ass sorcerers back then.
Three apprentices.
Balthazar was Nicolas Cage, and I have no idea what the other two guys were called. One was Alfred Molina,
whose name is Horsbath, I think.
Something like that.
And the other was
Horvath.
And the other was Pikachu.
And there was a hot chick.
Veronica. What's her name? Bettalucci.
Monica
Bellucci, who is just fine doing whatever she wants to do in a movie.
Yes, she can do that. She got magic right in her ass right there. She don't have to do anything else. No, and so something happened where they all had a falling out, and Horsbath, which is the Alfred Molina character,
Horsbath?
That's what it sounded like to me.
How are you not going to
I
go
was about to say, that's
Exactly.
an awesome name.
Every time they said that name, I was like, Horsbath? Really? No wonder the dude is pissed off.
Horsbath and Bulbasaur?
And something happened
He
where
turned on them.
Yeah, he turned on them. So he got together. You're right, with Morgana, the evil magician,
played by Alice Kriege.
Yes, and Balthazar, who is the Nicolas Cage character, he was powerful enough and lucky enough, and with the aid of Monica Bellucci, was able to lock them away for centuries. And now, in modern day, he's looking for the next apprentice who will help him keep this other evil sorcerer at bay, and also take on the heir of the next great wizard.
Well, they're looking for what they call the new Merlinian.
The Merlinian.
Like Merlin dies. Hey, I was like, really, guys, Merlinian?
That was a bit of a stretch.
You could come up with a better name than that.
Like Merlin
was unobtainium taken.
Yeah, Merlin would be embarrassed by that. Come on, man. Really? He's the next magician. He's not
better than the new Merlin dude.
I know. You wait for George Lucas to step in and say, it's midichlorians. All the magic here.
No, but I got to say, you know what, for this plot to have all this magic people traveling through time and living forever, it's still, as far as collaborations between John Turteltaub and Nicolas Cage, a lot more realistic than National Treasure.
I do, yeah. John Turteltaub did National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets. He also, he did some good movies. I did like, what was it, Cool Runnings? What was it?
Did he do that one with the Jamaican bobsled?
With the Jamaican bobsledding team? I
know I see his name on episodes of Sanford and Son, so I'll give him credit for that.
He did episodes of Sanford and Son?
Yeah, he was like a writer or producer.
Oh, he was a writer? That's okay. Yeah, he did Cool Runnings. He did Three Ninjas. He did a whole bunch of.
Are you sure he wasn't? Are you sure he wasn't one of Merlin's apprentices? Going back that far.
One thing about this, like all this we've told you so far, they tell you in the first 5 minutes of the film, and you're watching it, and it's like it feels like a TV show, like one of those previously on the Sorcerer's Apprentice, and that's like not even mildly exaggerated, because that's exactly what it does. It's like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then oh god, this happened, that sucked, and then we did this, and you're like, wait, what?
You ain't
This
lying.
week's episode,
He said that for a long time while they read the storybook of these characters. It's like, guys,
you filmed it. Can't we just see the actual thing play out here?
An epic fight between Merlin and Morgana.
What,
The
like
fate of
Merlin?
the world is at hand.
Merlin Cliff
Well, we're
Notes?
going to get in that whole TV thing, because that's a big role in my criticism of this film. Now, of course, they want to take a different spin on this. I mean, it's always, when they come back to, like, seek this person out, he's the, what did they say in Aladdin? He was the diamond in the rough. Yeah, you're looking for, like, this big, husky, powerful guy. No, they get it's the weakest guy that you could ever think of, who would never ever be thought of as a great sorcerer.
You know, it's the kid that the radioactive spider was going to bite, but then somebody stole his lunch money and it missed him and jumped on
Now,
him.
he's a wizard, not a barbarian, okay?
Yeah.
Wizards are little nerdy guys. That's kind of the reason they learn and spend all this time reading books how to decimate people with fireballs and shit.
Because they can't do it with their
they
hands.
can't lift a sword.
It's funny because, like in wizard school, you know, it's the little geeky nerdy guy that's getting all the chicks and all the jocks like, oh shit, here comes Murdick or whatever.
Why do you think those movies are so popular right now?
Yeah, little kid go around zapping jocks for their lunch money and shit. Come on, give it up, give it up.
It's like a magical version of fucking Grease.
Look, wedgie, no hands. but man, oops, whoops, oh,
see,
look at
there
that.
it goes. It's all falling apart now. I believe it's magic.
Way under your bed. You're still going all wild.
Well, you know what? I got the magical big feet. I got these magical size 13s that can reach anything in this room.
No shit.
Watch.
Don't ever sit in a stall because you're going to get proposition.
Those are some big fucking feet.
I know.
He's Sasquatch, isn't he?
Hey,
you just shave him down. You just shave him down every night before we come over to record.
Hey, you see Carlos over there?
Hey, hit me with your Aladdin boots.
But who is the producer on this?
Really? How do I?
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yeah, the reason why I say this is because if you watch any of these Jerry Bruckheimer crime shows, are those shows where they go
CSI
in CSI and all that kind of stuff, this movie, Jerry Bruckheimer is making these movies as not only entertainment, but they're functioning as promotion for music. And there's always a break in these TV shows that he does where they had to play the soundtrack by the latest big artist. This movie stops about 3 times to play you a soundtrack by some upcoming pop star. And I'm like, I don't mind a soundtrack in a movie if it fits the story.
I would prefer, if we're going to do product placement, just go, oh, wow, this Dr. Pepper is good. Because it's out of the way like that. I don't have to sit and watch a montage.
This movie just stops, and people don't even talk. They just look up while the song is playing.
You're waiting for the camera to veer to the right and have the fucking Jonas Brothers Jr., whoever the fuck was on the soundtrack, because you're absolutely right. If we were to start complaining about what we didn't like, that's one of the things that really bothered me, because they did their best to insert that song any way they could, at any random scene that had made no sense.
I'm surprised Morgana Le Fay didn't summon Nickelback.
And magically bringing their careers back.
Well, I mean, she's evil, but she ain't that evil. Come on.
Wow, Morgana Le Fay.
It's a movie that's over. It's almost like with music. I never use this term with movies. It's overly produced, and the point that the producer really is trying to cross promote several different things in one film.
It's slick to the point of being gross.
Yeah, and you know, and I wouldn't even mind it so much. Like I said, if the story was any good, but really, this is reminding me not of just Harry Potter, which I'm sure some people are going to say, well, this is another magic movie trying to ride that. No, this reminds me of some of the weak movies that have come out trying to follow Harry Potter, like Percy Jackson.
You know, I'll be fair though, and although Percy Jackson I think is one of my favorites of those, it's still not a really good movie or anything, but it's one of the better. I put this up there with Percy Jackson. There were things about this movie I did like.
Well, you and I both put it up there, except I didn't like Percy Jackson.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Nicolas Cage actually did a good job in this part. He was convincing in this part. I got him totally in this. If he just didn't have to talk to the whiny, irritating Jay
Baruchel.
Yeah, that's what we got to say. The guy that comes back, who he's trying to like turn into his apprentice wizard, is Jay Baruchel.
A nerd, yes, but this guy is just not a second that you believe him as this character.
You know,
shit, I don't even believe him. He's trying to play a 20-year-old, and this guy's clearly knocking the hell out of 30.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is kind of movie.
It's magic.
This is one of those movies.
Yeah, his makeup guy was a wizard.
Yeah, during every time they introduced him, there should have been some guy in the background going, "It's magic."